Ndamukong, what's missing if Jason Pierre-Paul can't play this weekend, this Sunday? What does that lose for the defense that you guys are going to have to find a way to replace?
Honestly, you shouldn't lose anything. We expect Joe to step up, and it's something that we've talked about all the time, that at any point during this season we're going to have a young guy and or somebody who's a backup, or technically a backup, starting the season to step up and being a starter and playing a role that's really expected for them to have no drop-off. So at the end of the day, we're definitely going to miss JPP if he's not playing, but we expect for guys to step up and fill in that role.
You have such a unique perspective because of your time with Matthew Stafford and also your time in this Rams defense, or just going up against this Rams offense, I should say. What have you noticed about the way this offense, if anything, has evolved with him, and how would you assess his performance so far with them?
Yeah, I think the offense has evolved from a standpoint of just watching the last two games, that they're pretty balanced. They're running the ball quite well, something that we're definitely going to have to focus in on as we do each and every single week to stop that and then make them a one-dimensional team. And Matthew's a great passer. He can make every single throw, and it's going to be a big competition for not only our secondary but us as up front to go up there and get after him and make sure he doesn't throw the ball.
And you guys did 104 passes in the first 2 weeks.
Yep.
Teams really are sort of not trying to run all that much, and for good reason, because you guys are the best at it. But you've only been able to get home twice as far as sacks goes. I know you affected the quarterback, but is it just them getting rid of the ball quickly? What are they trying to do to you?
I think it's a combination of things. One, us not really getting there at the end of the day. That's when it comes down to. And I think rush and coverage works together on those aspects. But you look at the Dallas game, they did a lot of screens, got the ball out very, very quickly. It's something that we're aware of and something that we need to shut down, and that kind of goes into a running game concept. Something we need to focus on that a little bit more. And as we get better and better throughout the year, and LA is one of those teams that really actually started that last year, if we go back and look at that game, which I did. So I think as we continue to progress and understand what teams want to do against us, if they don't want to have the choice of running downhill and going into the teeth of our defense, which we've proven that we want to not allow that, we're going to have to be prepared for other schemes in ways to, which is screen game.
Ndamukong, it's a different team, it's a different stadium on Sunday, but 2 years ago it was kind of a coming out party for this defense, for you and Shaq making big plays. Well, what do you remember about that? I know a lot has changed on both sides, but what can you take from that goes into this game?
I mean, truthfully, I don't take anything from it, just because it was a whole different team back then. I think we were just getting comfortable with all of us all playing together. I think we molded into a group that definitely knows how to pass rush and work together in the run game as well. And really what we want to do is continue to build off of the things that we started this year. And I think some of those different pieces are continue to play a high level in the run game and then get after the pass and really start to execute. I think that's going to look in multiple different ways. If people want to get it out quick, that's us getting to the ball. And then obviously once we start stopping that, we'll be able to have an opportunity to get after the quarterback.
And we've heard Bruce and Tom, and even after the game Sunday, people like harp on consistency. Like this team feels like it hasn't played like a full 4 quarters yet. So from the defensive side, what would you like to see your unit do more consistently?
Yeah, no question. We definitely haven't been consistent. We've gone into, I think it was the first game, we let out a couple big passes and then obviously settled down and got into a flow of things and started playing it a lot better, and then had a little lull here and there. So I think when it comes to consistency for our defense is that each and every single time we're on the field, finding a way to get off. And even if we're putting in a bad position from a turnover or whatever it may happen, we got to be able to go out there, hold them to 3 points, and not allow touchdowns. I think we have lapses where we feel like we figured out what they're going to do. They've gone through their first 15, and all right, now we can kind of relax and feel our way through it. We're really, I think our big focus needs to be make sure we're pressing on that gas nonstop.
I don't know if this is a factor. It may not be a factor at all, but you're going to play in Southern California, and you guys have been forced indoors all week. Is that just a concern, just in terms of being outside?
You're going to have to ask Coach, because I always ask him to be outside. I love being on the grass, whether we're playing indoor or outdoor. But I think it's good sometimes. Some of the guys like being indoors, some guys like being outside. But overall, you just adapt to the elements as they come.